Hey my friends, welcome back to Arms and Gaming. Very excited today because I'm looking at ROBOCOP Rook City, one of the free games that we got on the PlayStation Network. Already did my first mission, very excited because I'm a huge fan of the original movies. I grew up in the 80s, so of course I'm going to love those movies, but the game is really stunning and you'll see what I mean when we get inside. Let's go!
Why are you running?
Okay my friends, so we've already went through the intro. We saw the newscaster, very familiar sight if you know the movies. And now we're watching the arrival of Murphy, aka ROBOCOP. Off the back, I'm so impressed with the graphics of this game and the design. It looks so good. He looks amazing. The gameplay is actually very fun. I'm not a fan of first-person gaming as per se, but what I do love about this is it kind of gives me a Resident Evil 4 remake type vibe. As you can see there on the screen, right on top of my head here, there's a little cursor that shows you where to go and where your next mission is or where your next objective is. So yeah, we're just moving down the street. We just saw some people being held hostage by a new criminal in Detroit City, and you know, it's typical ROBOCOP. You get that feel already. You know, you get the dialogue, you get the griminess and everything. But I'm heading towards the Channel 9 studios now to start my mission. And there is a lot of side missions as well. I did figure out later on that you can actually sprint. You can actually punch people. A lot of things you have to learn in the game, but it's really, really a cool, immersive game. I'm having fun with it so far. I'm just gonna stop talking while we watch the cutscenes, because it plays like a little movie.
We can't wait any longer. Those trigger-happy maniacs have a ton of hostages. But sir... Roger that. Over and out.
What is the situation?
Goddamn OCP tells us to stand down till SWAT arrives. That's our situation.
Looks like I'm on the way out.
Not so fast, buddy. Who do you think is gonna clean up this place? I'm not letting you off that easily.
You sound just like my wife.
If that's the case, let's get you patched up. We wouldn't want to get on her bad side. Press here. Medic! There you are, partner.
Louis?
The hell is going on up there?
Sorry, dude! The police want us to release the hostages! So no hard feelings!
Hey! You can't go in yet! We need to wait for the reinforcements!
Reinforcements have arrived.
I knew you'd say something like that.
We need to find another way. It is too dangerous to cross.
For me. But you can take the heat. Go, I'll figure something out. Besides, you could do with a head start. Go on.
I've got a signet ring. How much do you think I could get for it?
Is it gold?
It was taken off someone famous. Just look at him. He looks kind of familiar.
Guys! We've got company. Anyone expecting a silver freak?
Drop it, scum!
Okay, now at first I didn't know that you can log onto the enemies and all that stuff. And you know, of course you can take damage. I mean, they are shooting at you with multiple guns and all that stuff. Like I said, you can actually run. You can run up to these characters and you can punch them to death if you really want to. But what's very cool about the taking damage thing, if you see there on the left hand side, the above your power bar, you have this little sphere thing that says 3/3. So you have 3, let's call them life bulbs, that you can use in the game. If you press circle, then you can actually repair yourself, which is actually a very cool feature. So you must look out in the stages as you're playing. Look for these little spheres because they're lying around, so you can pick those up. You can actually pick up the guns that your enemies drop. You can pick up ammo, all that type of stuff. So, like I said, it's very immersive and actually very well thought out. I'm very impressed by this game, especially how it looks. Like I said, I've never been a fan of first-person games like, you know, Medals of Honor or Call of Duty or stuff like that. But this I can get behind because it kind of reminds me, in a way, like I said, of Resident Evil 4, the remake. But even more, it reminds me of a PlayStation 2 game that came out, which was called Black. It was also this military-type game, but it had the same type of feel, and actually I enjoyed that. I don't know if it's because the pace is a little bit slower. I feel the first-person games sometimes for me, I get a little bit, I don't know, anxious is the word, I'm not sure. But there I figured out that I can actually punch. And I mean, these guys are throwing me with hand grenades and everything. I'm going to get the prompt now pretty soon to repair myself with one of those little spheres. I'll get the hang of it as I'm going, you know, to get more headshots and all that stuff and take less damage and stuff. I mean, this was only my first time playing this. But I'm definitely going to go for this game. Like I said, I am a fan of the movies, and you know, I really love this franchise. The remake they did in 2015, don't really have a lot to say about that in the movie now. Love those punches. Look at that. We take all, they say. And you see all those little green spots. You see the guns and the stuff. That stuff you can actually pick up. So you don't actually just have to use your gun the whole time. You can pick up their AKs or their pistols or whatever.
Worried about the weight limit?
Lewis, you're here.
We need to get these elevators back online. The service box is in the basement.
He does look good. I mean, the design of the character is so good.
I doubt you had time between.
Plus, I mean, Lewis also looks good. I mean, it's of course she was played by Nancy Allen, very famous actress from the 80s as well. Everything just looks good. But like I said, the main mission in this thing is now to get the hostages out and nobody gets killed and all that stuff. As you progress through the game, you can actually upgrade your shooting, your health, your whatever. So that's why you get the XP points for doing well, I guess. So aim for headshots, and I guess you'll upgrade it quicker. But we are heading towards where the fiends are hiding, you know.
That graffiti.
There's one thing that I did struggle with a bit in the beginning, is you actually get a little short time space where you have to kill. There's one of those things, or there's some ammo and stuff. Always look for pickups, guys. When you get into a certain room, they give you just a little space of time, a little specific space of time, like there, where you have to kill these enemies before the time runs out, or before the slow motion stops. If there's hostages in there, they can kill them, and then the mission fails, and you're going to have to start it over. But it's one of those learning curves again. What did I pick up there? I don't know, I can't remember. Lewis doesn't take any shit, man. She just runs towards the enemies. I mean, I'm the cyborg here, so. Hey, I just saw my initials there on the wall. I'm trying to go for the headshots as much as I can. I don't know, I just love the retro screen that he has over his eyes when he's focusing on stuff, you know. It feels like the movie. It feels like you're stuck in the movie with this thing. This is so cool. I'm really excited about this game. I haven't checked out the trophies yet. I haven't seen anything that's too hard so far. This guy is down, but I think we need to pick up a key or... Oh, that's the other thing. Sometimes you can scan items, or you can scan the people that have been killed to see their vitals, or if you need to repair something, you scan the elevator or a power box or something like that, and it's basically going to tell you how to fix it and where to go. So there's a lot of side missions within the main missions. A lot to do. Be careful of your ammo, because you can actually run out. That's why I say look for ammo, look for your healing spheres. If you really have to, just run up to them and just punch them. I kind of like that. I like that whole thing. It's kind of cool.
I gotta say, I did not expect such a big crowd.
Ooh, a lot of blood and guts and nuke and everything. Of course, we are introduced to the drug nuke again in this thing that made its first appearance in the second movie. Again, it's the drug of choice. I forget all the variants. There was the red velvet and the blue velvet and the white noise and the dark thunder, and I don't know. I don't know what nuke is, but it basically sounds like toilet detergent mixed with some alcohol. I don't know. Love those punches. It's so comical. It's like you just see their heads explode. Get out of here. Why? You're wrong. You shouldn't be here. Apologies for, going backwards and forwards and all that stuff. Like I said, this was the first time there I actually picked up one of the enemy's guns, the AKs. So it gives you a different perspective when you're aiming and all that stuff. So you can switch between your weapons and all that stuff. Like I said, I was playing this for the first time, so I was still feeling the game. At this point, I had to repair this thing in order to get the elevator to work or something. And this is where that little scan thing is going to come in, where you have to find what's going on. I think you need to go find a fuse or something to fix the box. I recently had some bad luck while I was doing this video the first time. The power actually did go off, and the power actually didn't come on for 60 hours because of a blown transformer outside of my house. That was quite frustrating. Luckily we're back now. We can get back to gaming. Murphy did always have some pouty lips, didn't he? He does do that thing a lot. Of course, here's the villain that we saw in the intro thing of this video, of the game. Winners do drugs. No, they don't. If you're an 80s guy like me, you would know that maybe this guy loved the flock of seagulls. Looking at that hairstyle. If you don't get that reference, just type in flock of seagulls 1980s and you'll see exactly what I mean. Because that's a very cocky hairstyle, that. Hey, I just saw a glimpse of myself when I was still alive. Alex Murphy. As far as I can see so far in the game, he has a lot of these moments where he cuts out, where he's just standing there like his circuits are, he's getting a little brain fart and all that stuff. But as I get into the game further, I guess the story will make sense. I just noticed these guys, all these enemies have the exact same tattoos. There's like a little face over here, but it has this big black thing over here. But all the tattoos look exactly the same. Is this some lazy character design? Still processing material. The power's already on. You can stop processing it. Cool, Paul. Taking the AK here and blowing up the office. I guess you can do these missions pretty fast, but like I said, it was my first time, so I was just feeling out the game and I didn't know how long the missions were. Now my Beretta is much better than their crappy AKs. I love the damage that you can do on the environment around the characters as well. I mean, you shoot the walls explode. Very, very well designed game, indeed. I remember somewhere in the 80s there was another ROBOCOP game. Of course it was a side-scroller arcade game, but it also had this one feature where I think you went to a shooting range where you could shoot some targets and it had this one screen, this first-person screen. And it was like one of the coolest things I ever saw in my life, you know, when I saw that for the first time. And I wonder if you can still get those games. I mean, I think I still have my original... I think I have a ROBOCOP game on my Sega Genesis still, which actually still works. It's packed up in my vault, but I still have a working, functioning Sega Genesis, or like we had here in South Africa, the Mega Drive, the 16-bit. So maybe I should try and get that out and do some videos about that. This is going to be one of those missions where I have to shoot very fast before they kill the hostages or not. So, yeah, there you go. You need to kill these guys before they turn their guns on the hostages and kill them. Otherwise, it can be catastrophic. Wait a minute, but that guy shot that hostage, didn't he?
Thank God you've
I missed that.
This lady really needs to see a doctor.
I thought I got everybody. Sorry,
Murphy,
my mistake.
these people need help. Why don't you go ahead? I'll stay with them.
Right.
This is Lewis. We have rescued 3 hostages.
Alex, did you cack in your pants? Why do you walk like that?
Medical assistance, over.
Is there a ball bearing? Oh, there's some healing stuff over here. I did have a chuckle, you know, if you... I'm from South Africa, my native language is Afrikaans. And if you look at the omni-consumer products, you know, the little short OCP, then when you say it in Afrikaans, it kind of sounds like something very funny. It sounds like a bodily function. OCP. Well, let's forget about that. OCP. Stop running towards me, I'm gonna shoot you. I think I got a little bit better at the headshots. It still took me a while to... I'm not very good at dodging the damn hand grenades at the moment. I would love to have a gun like this over here where I live. Take that. I love those punches. It's so comical. Kind of got lost here for a little while. And all the carnage and stuff. Take that. Somebody's shooting at me and I can't find him. Take that. Wow, okay, I didn't punch him, I grabbed him by the throat. Stand aside, you fiend. Yeah, Now, of course, I can, you know, throw people across the room, but I can't walk over a broken wall. Okay. There's some OCP stuff there. Yeah, there's some OCP over there. I can't remember how long this mission originally took. If I was to include the whole intro screen with the whole cutscene as well, this video would have been like a half an hour long or something. But looking at the clock now, it looks like we're heading that way anyway. Just to give you an idea, if you haven't played the game yet, you know, just to if you want to get into a nice first-person shooter that is not Call of Duty. I don't know, it's one thing running around and shooting people with hand grenades and rocket launchers and all that stuff like in Call of Duty, but this for me, like I said, has a nostalgic feel to it. That's why I love this game, because I love the movies. I grew up with this stuff. Remember, for a 7-year-old kid, when I saw this for the first time, you see this cyborg getting out of the car and he's just like indestructible, and he just nothing can stop it or hurt him or anything. Plus, if you've never seen the original movies, I implore you to do so, because the makeup effects, the physical makeup effects they did on the actor that played Murphy, aka ROBOCOP, I think he sat in the makeup chair for something like 8 hours every day just to get that specific look. And I mean, for an 80s movie, the special effects, especially the physical effects, was amazing what they achieved. I mean, yes, they used a lot of blood and stuff, but they did also use a lot of spaghetti sauce for, you know, for guts and blood and all that stuff. So, if you don't know what I'm on about, just go watch the first 3 movies. The third one kind of dropped off for me a bit. The first 2, especially, very, very good. Funny, not to be taken too serious action movies. I don't know what happened there. I just, oh hell, my memory is broken now. Oh yeah, this is where I went through like a little of a going back in my head, going back to my previous life while I was still alive. There's a camera here in the bedroom. Maybe they're making some family-orientated movies.
What do you think about the color of his dress? I'm not sure if I like the pattern.
Oh, my system, she's broken.
James really looks up to you. He said that he wants to be a police officer.
Okay, this was the last area. Yes, I felt so bad. I thought I saved all the hostages in the previous room. I forgot. Well, I didn't see that one actually got killed. Plus, now I have to reload as well. I did play the game on normal as per usual. I think there's 4 difficulty levels. It's easy, it's normal, hard, and then very hard or whatever. This ties in with the story a little bit. There's one hostage that almost got killed, and luckily Lewis was there to back me up because I kind of went cuckoo again. I'm just standing there with my pouty lips like...
You work so hard, honey. Why don't you take some leave? We all could use a little break from this reality, don't you think?
Wakey, wakey! I'm talking to you, Shiny! Stand back from that door, or I'll shoot her! I swear to nuke!
I don't know what I was...
Come on, Alex. Robo, don't just stand there. Take out your big gun and shoot him.
Our family is...
I'm seeing my ex-wife.
2! Are you fucking deaf?
Promise me you'll stay like this forever.
1! Last chance, weirdo!
I love you so much, Alex.
Ew. Got a shot in my head there for all my trouble.
You okay there, Murphy?
Now Murphy just stands there like, zzz, zzz, zzz. What now? She's gonna put that on social media.
What does it want? Get it away from me!
Ma'am, please, calm down. It's been a very tough evening, and I assure you that everyone...
Well, my friends, it's been a lengthy video, but thank you so much for joining me today with this one. Like I said, very excited about this game. If you haven't downloaded or played this yet, go and download it now while it's still free. And I hope you enjoy this game as much as I think I'm going to because it's really good. I'll see you in the next one, my friends. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.